of their organization. It is the responsibility of these elected members to instill a unified and productive operating atmosphere and make a strong effort towards the goals of the BCIO. As leaders, active participation and commitment is expected. Any concerns or suggestions that can improve the capacity of the leadership team should be communicated to the president. Leadership team members attend the APCC and help the BCIO interns to lead the Peace Ambassador program. Each elected member serves for a one-year term. Any questions on the general duties of the whole BCIO head office lead team? Okay, so now we're going to just individual duties, and keep in mind that like any organization, this just kind of outlines the basic duties that they should be doing. There's a lot of things that they're going to be doing outside of the roles listed here. So these are just for formality reasons. Okay, so President oversees the BCIO leadership team, so he has this group of people that advises the Managing Director. 2, directly communicates with the BCIO Managing Director and APCC office. 3, authorizes and leads leadership team meetings, also assists in preparing the agenda. So, and liaison, the last one is liaison to other organizations and the media. So our idea with creating this board is that they'd have meetings throughout the year. They work on different projects, and through those projects they have committees if they want to. They can form plans, timelines, different. For example, an idea would be to one committee just working on the BCL convention that's in the works. Or another one could be creating a newsletter. So the proposals, the timelines, the approvals, all these things that someone needs to do. We need to get more action from our members. This is one way to get them involved. The next one is the Vice President, just carries out the duties when the President isn't there. Organizes the LT meetings, so when we have them, how we're going to have them, whether it be by Skype or Ubu or voice chat. Manages initiatives to improve local BC structure and programming. And then also conducts leadership team elections. So we wanted this to be a way that you guys can have a say in this. So these people will be there throughout the year to you guys to refer to talk to suggest things. That we want someone to be there for you guys, and we want to hear you guys' opinions throughout the year. So that's why it's going to be elected offices. The voting body, which I'll go over more later, will be made up of representatives of each club, as well as the head office or the lead team from the previous year. The next position is the Director of Global Activities. So we thought that the position that we have right now, the head office member, it's good for the position of governing the common activity, but we also thought that there's a lot of other things that can be done throughout the year. Not necessarily involving every bridge club, but they can help liaise these other activities. So for example, the cookbook is a really good idea, and it really can be done. It's probably won't take too much effort, but this person can be someone to coordinate, ask everyone who's interested, who wants to participate in this, because we can do a bunch of activities throughout the year. It doesn't necessarily, well, I'm going 2000. It doesn't necessarily involve every bridge club. So this is something that this person can coordinate. The second thing is to promote the activity and cultural education between bridge clubs. Like I said, between bridge club activities. And 3, to initiate programming with other organizations. So before we've worked with UN Habitat, I think, and that would be an example of another organization that we can work with. There's lots of other organizations out there doing great things, and these are the people that could kind of start the talking and get the logistics squared away, and work towards actually putting that action or activity in place. Okay, the Director of Communications coordinates communications to Bridge Club members and all other former participants of the APCC. So this is going to be the person that on the board will represent what the newsletter stands for, what is in the APCC, to kind of oversee all these things and see if there's any problems, get suggestions from the leadership team, implement anything that needs to be sent out from the leadership team. We can have, I think a really cool thing we have, based on the meetings that we have throughout the year, this person can report to the newsletter to say, hey, this is a report from the leadership team. This past meeting we talked about this, this, and this, and this, and this was approved, this was going to be starting the next PA camp, and yada yada, so on. Another thing is to supervise the production of the newsletter, assist in publicity needs for BCI events program. So the big thing is really pushing for the PA program here. We really want a lot of people to apply. We want to find older participants and we want to get their applications in to get more interest around Bridge Club. So this is something that that person will work on, maybe a new campaign or some other way of pushing the PA applications. And as well as oversees the BCL social media networks and website management, which if we want to get someone in there, we want to get what we want on the website on there. So this person will kind of represent the leadership team and represent your guys' voices. So you guys can contact this person and say, hey, we want to see this on the website. We want to see more photos or something. And this person can go to the head office and tell them they want more photos. And hopefully we'll have a better understanding of each other and can actually push this kind of request through. All right, next is executive members. So in the future, we won't need someone to start new bridge clubs because we ideally have bridge clubs in every country. So that person, for example, the BC establishment instructor would be an executive member because it's by a special appointment because we need that person. Another person that would come on board for, like it says, address special needs that aren't fulfilled by any other leadership team members. So say, for example, we want to do a really, really big project and we need someone who knows about it. So we could invite this person to come on board and give their leadership, their ideas, their perspective on this, and have this cool project in place. So this is kind of like when we need extra help, when we have a project that this person is working on, we can invite somebody on the team, and it'd be a great way for them to get their input on the leadership team. And like it says there, it leads special sessions at the PA camp. Okay, and finally, like we have right now, we have head office interns, which serve the BCL head office, heads the PA selection committee, plans and oversees the PA program, and assists the APCC BCL office coordinator. So this is actually already in place, so there's no change in that. Okay, next section, any questions on the positions and what their duties are? Any thoughts? Sound pretty good, pretty straightforward. Do you guys see the purpose of this kind of new board or leadership team? Yeah. Yes.
Start to discuss about our meeting. Of course, during the summer, you come as a PA with a JA. So we do this PA camp. But also, same time, some PA start to get us idea. And why do we bring this meeting to other countries besides Japan? Then do some meeting. So we mentioned that page 48 that we said the BCIO convention. So that's objective of BCIO convention is to enhance leadership skills, to strengthen the leadership among the members in each BCs, and strengthen
in everywhere.
Guys.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Fine. Good.
俺も。
So you'll be putting it up on YouTube, right? The video you will be uploading to.
No, this is APCC video.
Yeah, you will be
That's it,
uploading.
Malinga.
Oh, you can send it us.
Malinga's hairstyle is very good.
Data. Yeah. Data. Can. Of course. How send data?
I'll give you my mail address. The snail mail.
Yeah. Email. Tell Salman again.
Hi.
Salman is
Okay.
APCC.
If you can on the last day, I will get it to my PC. I have my laptop with me. Do you have the data cable? So I'll get it to my laptop.
No.
At least in the final.
No, everyone.
Yeah, like my dad supports Pakistan team like crazy.
Why you are supporting us?
Yeah, everyone was not saying if Pakistan will play semi-final.
Hi.
Jill, are you okay?
Okay. Thailand. Yeah. There.
I've been watching airline only
Come on, Nick, come on. That's Nick. It's fish. Light on.
Mutual sort of dream and the opportunities and also sort of responsibilities to create our main, the APCC's countries to make more peaceful, more cultural exchange and more mutual improvement and sharing the same issue and discussing through the bridge crafts and others. And I do hope it will, this year's meeting will create new come across your new opportunity for your career, and I do hope that the Fukuoka APCC people can help it. And firstly, I think welcome.
Are you enjoying?
Yeah.
Welcome to Japan. Today we have a meeting about APCC's future. So this is a very important meeting. So first of all, I'm going to tell a very important thing. Please listen. I speak in Japanese. Sorry. So Makiko-san will translate for me.